Yes. Oh, okay. So you don't have to set
Hey.
an intro video. You could just hit fucking record.
Yeah, so now it's recording.
Holy fuck. That's how that works? That's pretty fucking wild.
It's a journey.
It's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Fuck. I know we had nice music playing and everything before, and now there's just no intro. Now this is the intro. That fucking blows. That's gonna put
But,
people off right away.
but I thought that was the intro.
It, but it wasn't though. I don't know. I deleted it because I didn't think it worked.
You can always try again.
Well, here we are. Welcome to the AfterHoures podcast. It's your
Woo.
good man, ChiefTapaho, joined by co-host Daren,
Hey.
BobDog, and Big Fish, who couldn't make it because he's doing family stuff like moving them into a new house and other important shit. It's way more important than this.
Most definitely.
I mean, to be fair, you both are doing more important shit than this podcast at the moment. Like, I don't want to get into details because, but children are involved. I heard tacos somewhere. It's big. You know what I mean? It's big. It's bigger than this.
There's a lot going on. I'm making tacos for my daughter right now. Just keeping it real.
Yeah, I have my fucking. I don't know where my dog's at, but that's the extent of my responsibilities at the moment.
Got to keep them dogs fed.
Fuck. Massively unprepared for this. I don't know where the outline is for the show. I will say, I don't know if you guys want to introduce yourselves. I could start by introducing myself, I guess, but I'd prefer if one of you went first because I need to crack this energy drink. I am fucking exhausted.
Okay. Yeah, well, I'm Daren, and I've been on AfterHour now for since February of last year, so going on a year and a month or so. I'm on it every day, so kind of a whore.
Meme gut.
And yeah, I mean, I've been trading for a while, but I never really. I think I started like hardcore trading like within the last year. I would get into like penny stocks, and they probably wouldn't go anywhere. So
you think you
kind
got
of
better over the last year?
Yeah, definitely. I decided like what does the future look like, and I kind of gravitated to Bitcoin because of its history, and it just seems to go up, year over year. No one really knows, but it is a currency, and the world is in on it, and it can't really be rug pulled by one person. So, I mean, it's a pretty safe asset. It's been out since what, 2012, 2013? I remember
2010 or 2009. Yeah.
I remember when it first came out, man. Like it was like people were getting like thousands of them and whatnot, and then they're talking about mining and shit. Yeah, talking about mining. Like, what the hell, mining Bitcoin?
Bro, I live in the coal region.
It's never gonna go anywhere.
Where do I get that out of the ground?
I remember wanting to get some, but then I found out you need like a hard wallet or whatnot, and I just didn't really understand, so I didn't really like pursue it.
You had to hard something else.
If I had a time machine, dude.
You would have kept that Jigsaw in that wallet hard.
Where the hell is this hard wallet? You gotta figure this shit out. You gotta get us some damn Bitcoin. So that's what I would tell myself. But nobody knows. So you just gotta, take the punches as they go. I mean, if any of us had a time machine, like so much stuff that's going on, we would be ahead of the game. There's a theory that actual, huh?
I'd go back to 2016 to buy a Tesla instead of fucking 2018.
Oh, for real, yeah. I mean, who knows? Maybe the best traders are just time travelers. Like
gotta be.
They already know what's already happened, and they're just reliving it all.
It's because they don't sell; they just fucking stay. Because you know what I mean. They bought
Whatever.
it in the past, and they just went to the future, but they didn't have to wait for it.
Yeah, like a couple days ago. Yeah, like it's a couple days ago. Like, what? Some guy shorted Bitcoin like 350 million. He made like 6 million and got out. But still, I'm just saying, like, who just all of a sudden does that? Especially after it's run down so much.
You want to hear something crazy?
What?
Theory time. Conspiracy.
Oh, everybody gather around the campfire.
Chief sticks out. All right. So, what I think happens or is happening, the government, conspiracy crazy. The government's suppressing the price of Bitcoin, right? They're pumping the price of gold so that they can, because they're not going to cost the taxpayer anything. They're going to sell off the gold to rotate into Bitcoin for the strategic reserve at a low price, and they're going to sell high and buy low because that's what the fucking government's going to do, even if I disagree with what they do.
I mean, who knows? Like, it's very possible that's what they're going to do. That'd be really good for us, I think, because I know you have some MicroStrategy holdings, as I do. But yeah, I would say like, Trollstein and Hitman, they kind of red pilled me into buying Bitcoin related stocks. So then I, learned that they did. They roofied me. I didn't know what was going on. All of a sudden,
they just roofied you.
They got MicroStrategy.
Yeah, but didn't diddy.
Yeah, like last year, I had MicroStrategy, probably about $320 a share, and now it's it went all the way up to like 545, and I held all the way through, and then it dropped to where it is now. But somewhere in between there, I sold my MicroStrategy and got MSTY. So that's the dividend one. So no matter what, as long as you're holding the shares, you still get a payout. So,
what's fucking crazy actually that I was reading about, because I also hold Misty.
So
the last month, like before Misty's dividend that they just paid out, they outperformed MSTR on the market.
Oh yeah, and I also believe that I got MSTU like near the bottom. So
is that the long MSTR?
MSTU is 2x leverage, so it goes 2x up or down. So if Master goes 10%, then MSTU goes 20%.
Strategy, not Master. Oh, MSTU.
Well, I can say Master. It's the stock ticker.
I was just thinking of back in the day.
I've never called it that.
Calm down.
Hey now, whoa!
We don't want to be that inflammatory.
And let's all be real. Strategy has done this before. They've already gone up to $1,000 and did a split last year.
Yeah.
So they're just doing it again. So
boner mode.
As long as it keeps going, I mean, shit.
Elon might take him to Mars, brother.
Yeah, I mean, I hope so. I mean, like, my goal last year was to be at 100K. I'm a little short of that right now, but then it's 1 million. That's going to be fun.
Let's do it.
MSTU. It's going to take me all the way there.
BobDog, would you like to introduce yourself, my friend?
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I go by BobDog. I've been somewhat affiliated with the stock market for like 20 years. I got in initially way back with E-Trade launched. They had like this really high APR on your cash. So I was like, I have some cash laying around. So I started taking advantage of that and playing around. But then in 2020, when COVID happened, that's when I really got into it. And I think a lot of people did, a lot of retail traders. And so what's funny is I did exactly what Sir Jack did. I had like 35,000 in my 401k. I pulled the whole thing out, talked to my wife, like, I have like this great idea. I'm going to go invest in a bunch of stuff. And if you know the story with Sir Jack, he did that and then basically turned like 35K into 10 million over a couple of years, which is just incredible. I didn't quite do that, but I started getting into options and started learning stuff, joining Discord groups, and becoming a degenerate. And I think I ended up having like one really good trade that actually pulled me out of the market. So I got into
Just
Tesla.
Tesla.
So
Yeah.
Chief, I know you love Tesla.
Well,
Um,
the stock, yeah.
what's funny, too, is if you put $100 in Tesla back in 2020, you'd have $100 today.
No,
But not
you
everybody's got
forgot
the
about
$9
stock
cost
splits.
basis like you.
You forgot
Um,
about stock splits. There's two of
oh,
them
that's
that
right.
happen
That's right.
between then. It'd be a lot
That's right.
more. Don't look at
That's
charts.
right. But so anyways, like I don't know. I was being degenerate, and I bought a bunch of call options on Tesla, and I really, looking back, I barely knew what I was doing, and like I stayed up all night watching like the 24-hour market with Tesla. I was just nervous as shit. Um, and then like in the morning, like 7 a.m., Elon gets on Twitter and tweets something that just absolutely pumped the stock like 10% immediately. And my stock options just shot up immediately right there. So I sold it. And so I turned like 35K into like 140K. So
Woo!
nowhere near Sir Jack. But I got to 140K and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I got lucky. So I pulled everything out and I used that to buy a house. So that
Thank
was like
God.
my full down payment on a house. I know, right?
Thank
And
God. Yeah.
Dude,
then
yeah, what year was that too? Probably a good time
so
to get in.
2020.
exactly. So 2020, then I got a like crazy low interest rate. Home prices were half what they are now. So the timing of all it was great. Like I have no regrets with any of that, and I think it was the right decision at the time. And then for about 4 years or so, I just did boomer trading. Just let let my index funds chill, grow slowly in my retirement funds, and then I don't know what happened in like September, October. I started getting back into trading again, and I joined AfterHour in October, like the beginning of October 2024. I wish I was like Daren and joined earlier in the year because the huge run up could have been so freaking profitable for me. Um, so I joined there, and that's when I started. I think really getting even like more advanced strategies. That's why I started learning like wheeling and gosh, that we like covered calls and cash secured puts. It's like a cheat code where you actually become the casino. And that's like my retirement plan once I get a big enough bankroll. But yeah, freaking love the after hour community. And I think the MSTR, I've never called it master, Daren, but
Weird.
that
Yeah, it
one
just comes to my head whenever I see it. So I mean,
it makes sense.
You
It makes
gotta check your
sense.
privilege there, kid.
Yeah, yeah. There's some DEI
oh,
there. Um,
there's
but
no
like that,
It's
DEI.
people. Are you European, by the way?
I'm like 99% European.
Yeah, it makes sense. It tracks.
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that stock has given me like some of my biggest gains and some of my biggest losses, and uh, I don't know. I think it gives me some heartburn. I do know, like, yeah, if Bitcoin ever gets to where it's supposed to be, and I've seen where it's supposed to go to like 400K this cycle. Yeah, MSTR strategy is going to be a monster. I mean, going to be retiring some people, but it'll also bring SPY along with it and everything else. So fingers crossed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everything
you know
up.
what? Go ahead there. Sorry.
Yeah, everything up. Bitcoin is like entwined in the SPY now. You can actually see it. If Bitcoin's up, SPY's up. Bitcoin's down, SPY's down. So I don't know what percentage it is, but I mean, there's definitely something there.
I think the market just follows it, kind of. Like I don't think I don't think the fund actually. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I didn't do the research. Someone else can, but
Well, in the ETFs, Bitcoin is there, so it's it's
I
entwined
only know
in
the
the
top 8
market.
holdings, Aaron. I only know the top 8 holdings. Okay.
Yeah, like the Mag 7.
That's really all that matters, though.
And Berkshire
Like,
Hathaway.
That'll do it.
yep.
It's fucking funny. It's so funny with MicroStrategy because, or sorry, strategy. No longer
The
micro dick. It's not normal size
prick.
average dick, but eventually it's gonna be fucking big long dick. But that's only if you stay long in the stock, I believe. But it's funny because the three of us, and RIP, he's still here, thank God. But Big Fish, also very long in MicroStrategy, or sorry, strategy, average size penis. So it's fucking it's just funny because everyone calls it like not everyone, but 98% of people call it a scam or a Ponzi scheme because they don't understand it. And it's like, I don't fucking understand it either. But I do understand. I remember when Bitcoin was fucking under $1, and I was a junior in high school. I'm 31 years old, so it was 2010. And I'm a junior in high school, and I hear about fucking Bitcoin, and I'm like, 30 cents? Like, what is this shit coin? You know what I mean? But that was before shitcoin was a term. It was just, I just call everything shit. And
so you could have coined it really early on, the term shitcoin. That could have been you. You just didn't know.
Hey, there's a lot of things that could have been me, but everything just is what it is.
That's the universe for you.
Exactly. That's life, baby. Yeah, just to introduce you guys to me, I guess I'm Chief. I invested right out of college. When I first started getting paid, I was living with my grandparents still, so I was able to save 60% of my paycheck, which I would recommend everyone does. If you save as much as you can afford, especially if you live with your parents.
For real.
And I would just build up like a $20,000 reserve and just fucking deploy it in the market. Like, you know, I first started with a financial advisor from a multimillionaire that I knew. The only one in the area. I live in a very small town, but he hit the Mega Millions in like 2000. So,
hell yeah,
I was, yeah, it was actually crazy. It was the best job I ever had, cutting his grass in the summer. I'd make like $4,000, and he had a fucking tiny yard.
Damn, dude.
But yeah, it was sweet.
And just investing it right into Tesla.
That's privilege right there.
I never bought Tesla. I never bought. That's what I keep saying. I never bought Tesla. I agree. I wish I fucking had the foresight.
Or Nvidia.
Now's the time.
It was.
We should talk about Tesla.
I don't want to I don't want to bring my average cost up, Daren. All right.
We can do whatever we want.
We can do whatever we want. I don't. I made a post about Tesla earlier, and it was very. I tried being as objective as I could. I kept the CEO or whatever fucking position he even holds. I'd never even looked into the fucking. I'm an accountant. I never even looked into the books of Tesla because I don't give a fuck. It goes up. Stomp goes up. Yeah. That's all I fucking care about.
Yeah.
Like what I don't have to worry about. I'll look into other positions that I'm trying to build out. I don't have to worry about Tesla. It's fucking Tesla. I don't understand what people don't get. Like, your emotions aren't going to change the fact that the stock's going to fucking rocket.
Oh, I can just, like, I've heard the advice before to, like, invest in things that you use. Like, do you have an iPhone or you use Meta, whatever. I have a Tesla myself, and I mean, it's the best damn car I've ever had. Like, I don't think I'll ever have another brand. Like, it has nothing to do with Elon, like nothing to do with any of that. It literally is this. I got in the car to test drive it. I'd never really driven one, and the thing went 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds. And like, it's fully integrated with your phone. Like, you don't turn it on or off. You don't have to lock or unlock the car door. Like, it's just so freaking good. Like, I love the car, and I mean, I think it's a good investment.
See, I can't afford Teslas, but I can afford Tesla stock.
Well, I got a Tesla too, and pretty much the same thing as what BobDog said. It's like, it's one of the best cars. Like, I actually drove the Model X first, and man, that car is so badass. It's like driving a spaceship. It's just like a spaceship van. But I ended up getting the Model 3 because I didn't have $100,000, and it's still a good car. I mean, it's really basic, but it's electric. It's cool. Like he said, the key is on your phone, so you just walk up to it and it's already unlocked. You get in, drive away, and it makes fart noises
like I
too.
Rob someone.
Yeah.
Have you done the? It does like a light show. I had a friend come over and show me that you could do like a light show on it, and like the doors and shit open and the windows go up and down and it plays music.
Yeah, I've done that before. Wild. I mean, it's all integrated. I
just want to walk up and duff someone with a Tesla now and just see if I could just take their keys and just drive off in their Tesla. So I have one.
Yeah, actually, that would work out if you did that.
Yeah, see, that seems like a security risk. Now I don't know if I'm so secure in my Tesla position.
Well, the thing is, once their phone locks, you can't get back in it. I think that's how it works.
Can you get out of it?
I think that you have to have your phone on in order to get in.
Yeah, the app's got to be running like in the
Yeah.
background or something.
There is a security measure there.
So I just got to take the phone too with the keys.
But I think it's also cool. Like it records everything, like when you drive. And the other day, I thought my wife hit our garbage can, and she said she did, and I didn't believe her. So then I go in the Tesla app, and I start looking at the recording of her drive and the parking, and she was right. She didn't hit the damn trash can. But it's cool to see the whole recording.
Just had to make sure. Can't trust them.
No,
cool.
can't.
That is cool. And I love that too. You know why? Because it's not that you don't trust your partner. I know where you're coming from, though. It's just it's optimistic skepticism. That's what.
Yeah, maybe she really didn't think she hit it, but she did. That can always be a thing. And then you come back and you can say,
validate it.
Or you have that in your pocket next time you're arguing. You're like, oh yeah, well I know you hit that mailbox.
By the way, here's the recording.
I looked. I thought I could trust you. And then you have a divorce. That's American way.
That's the cool thing about not being married. I'm married to the game, baby.
Yeah.
What the game is, I don't know. Definitely not the stock market, because I'm not too good at that. But
the game is something.
It's out there, and I'm married to it. I just don't know exactly what the fuck it is.
Well, you can always take advantage of the time that you have, throughout the day. Instead of sleeping, you can, be in the stock market and, use that time wisely since you're married to it.
God forbid I swing shifts. I said I'm not married to the market, Daren. I said I'm not.
Oh, you're not married to the market. Okay.
Be, but yeah, she's just a dirty bitch that just keeps fucking shirking me away. I don't understand it.
Well,
I try so hard. So you're
pissed off right now.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah, I get BobDog will understand. Well, I don't mean to say that. I'm the only Native American blood that I know in this chat, but we're like
a little bit.
We're like bears, baby. If you're bleeding, I can smell that menstruation. I just get fired up. You know what I mean?
Oh god.
That's what. Why do you think when the market's red, I'm like, I'm like a fucking, I'm like one of them fucking bulls that are one of them. Is that what they call horses that are men? No, that they don't call them bulls, right?
The cow is a bull. The male version.
Well, so is the male version of a moose. So like, I guess bull's universal. So I'm like a bull, whatever kind you wanna call it. You just inject it with testosterone, and I just get fucking buck wild. You know what I mean? I'm dripping.
Yeah, so you're like you're the moose bull, not the cow bull.
Man, I'm dripping. That's all I know.
Those are big motherfuckers.
They are. Oh, I saw one in person one time. I didn't even see a bull. I saw a cow, which is coincidentally enough the female name for a woman moose.
The more you know.
Coincidentally.
After this, we can do like Discovery Channel podcasting.
I can talk about some Discovery. I tell you what.
I'll talk about animals fucking any day of the week. Shit. We're animals.
Ain't that right?
Daren, what's your BobDog already told us his best play. What's your best play in the stock market?
Man, I don't want to give Sir Jack a lot of credit, but I guess I have to. I went in with his Celsius play, and this shit went up $10 the next day. I had like 300 shares, and everything went according to plan. I wasn't planning on holding it long. I was just like, hopefully in this damn market something good happens, and it did. I didn't have to become a long-term investor. I think I did see recently it did get back to $30 a share, but I think I sold it at 34, and I put all that into MSTY.
Dude, the timing of that was phenomenal with them buying Alani Nu. Just absolutely phenomenal. What's funny is like when I started trading again in October, Celsius was the first or second stock I bought because it dropped from like 80 to 25, and I bought it and I held for like a month or 6 weeks, and nothing happened. And I just gave up. So like when Sir Jack posted that, I was like,
Not again.
Fuck Celsius. Like I've
Vietnam flashbacks.
Yeah.
I can't do it again.
It's funny because I remember on Doc's podcast, it was like, you guys have any questions? I was like, yeah, Jack. I just in my head, I grabbed him by his probably Gucci shirt, and I'm like, what the fuck made you invest in Celsius? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, another good one for me though was buying MicroStrategy 295 call leap, and that shit went up to 316. Technically, I could have sold for extra $2,000 or $3,000, and then it come down, but I didn't really. I thought it was happening, I was like, okay, it's happening. I'm here for it. And that shit went down to like 280. I was like, God damn it.
The story of our option trading life, brother.
Yeah, but my goal though for this leap is to sell cover calls throughout the year. So I did sell successfully a $400 cover call for like $250.
Beautiful.
And
they're not naked, are they? Like you have the shares?
No. So what you do is it's called a poor man's covered call. You buy a leap,
sell one beneath,
and you can sell them as if they're shares. Yeah. But you got to do the math right, because you want to keep it far out of the money so that if it does hit, you're going to get quite the pay. Like, but you'll, if it goes past, your strike price, then you don't get that extra profit from the strike price. So you're kind of making a deal with the market, early on. Yeah. So, if it did go to 400, I would have made like $35,000. So I was pretty happy with that if it happened. But who's to say, like, I remember back in November, people were saying, oh, MicroStrategy is going to go to 800, 1,000. And I was like, I'm just going to make sure I have some.
Just in case.
And I'm like, and I feel bad because I told people about it and stuff, and they bought it, and then it just went down to like 200 and it went down to like $330, and now it is now, like 280. I think it came back to like 300. I don't know.
It's like 306 or something today.
If I like,
it's volatile, baby. Volatility.
Dude, yeah, I'll open the app and I'll open the app and I'll just see it's red and I just close it.
And then 2 seconds later, you open it and it's green. It's a giant fucking green dildo, and you're like,
yeah. Then I check it, it's green, and I look see what's going on, But like I said, I think I got MSTU at its bottom. I could have gotten further down, like, because MicroStrategy did touch like 240, 236, some shit like that. Yeah, 230 something. Man, I wish I got in there.
I didn't have any money. I DCA'd on the way down.
I was buying, dude. I was buying all the dips, and then I'm out of money, and I'm like, okay, well, it's holding from here.
The dipping.
You don't know what the bottom is, and that's what I try telling people. Like, you don't know what the fucking bottom's going to be. If you have conviction in the position, then just fucking take it. I mean, you know what I mean? If you want it, just take it. Not like in a race way, but
I think we've hit it. I really do. I mean, obviously nothing's guaranteed, but I think all this shit's priced in now with the tariffs and all that. But what I just did is I looked at a bunch of different stocks that were like 50% plus down, and that's my whole portfolio now. I just loaded up on shares of like Hood, Hims, SMCI, like I did get some Tesla too.
You made me mad.
I just loaded up. Why?
Because you bought in, you full poured it in Hood, and then you sold at a loss.
I did take a loss.
How much did you lose? How big of an L? It had to be in the 15,000, 20,000 range.
Yeah, it was somewhere around there. But
Why?
I sold when Hood was 48. So actually, like looking back now, that was a good decision because this thing dropped to like 36 or so. Yeah, and so I bought back in at 36. Yeah, you could have. Could have done that. But
it's not a gain or loss until you realize it.
This is taxes. So I took a realized loss there, so I can lower my taxable income. And like the Hood shares I have now, like, please, like, shoot me if I sell them. Like, I don't want to sell these damn things. Like, I want to keep these the rest of the year and have a $30,000 profit because this thing's going to go to 100. Just let it sit. Agreed. So.
Yeah, we're 3 months into my trading plan so far with MicroStrategy. So, I hope Bitcoin stays around, for a long time, and it's looking like it will. We know there's 21 million that will ever be around. We know it's a digital currency, and we know it goes up year over year for the most part.
It's the only digital currency. It's the only real one. I
mean, there's many digital currencies, but
no.
it's, the OG.
Let's talk about this.
It's the OG. It's the OG.
This is the reason that I'm so fucking bullish on it.
Because this is why I'm not in Mara, because even though they do have the second most amount of holdings, MicroStrategy is the strategy is the play.
Average size.
I almost have 500,000 Bitcoin.
Yeah,
it's going to happen soon.
Supply. Yeah, you're not touching that.
No.
Yeah.
Ever. And
sorry,
what can they do? I don't know, but that's what makes me so fucking hard about the stock, because I have no idea, and that's what I'm excited about. They can do whatever the fuck they want. I don't know.
Yeah, definitely.
I mean,
well, they said they're just going to keep buying Bitcoin, and that's it.
Strifer. They just introduced Strifer. They just it's. Oh man, we could get into MSTR. We could do an episode on MSTR. That'd be awesome, but I don't want to do that if you guys don't mind. I would, however, like to talk about how much of an idiot I am. So my biggest
how big of an idiot are you?
My biggest options play. I joined AfterHours just like you, BobDog, in October. And then I was like, what the fuck is an option? You know what I mean? And that's why I created a document called What the fuck is an option? Who the fuck are the Greeks? Because I'm like, I don't know anything, but this is the way I learn shit. So I want to share it with like people that hopefully they can learn shit the way I do, which is a really stupid way, but it's layman's terms. And excuse me. I'm fucking reading about this shit. And I'm like, this is the week of Thanksgiving. I'm like, you know what a good play is going to be? 141 call on NVIDIA, February 28th. They were $880 a piece.
Oh, shit.
I bought 3 of them.
Oh,
right?
God.
I'm like, I'm big digging this shit.
Yeah.
Fucking 8.8 average, right? And then shit happened. DeepSeek came out.
Dude, the day DeepSeek came out, the stock just plummeted.
Dude.
Then I don't know. It was just really weird. It was really weird.
Let me tell the play.
Please.
8.8 average, 3 calls, 141 Cs, 228. I swear to God, I bought like 7 more because I'm like, I got the DCA a little bit. You know what I mean? This makes sense to me. So I did. Brought my average down to like $600 some a fucking call. And then I made a post about it. And fucking the Phoenician Phoenix himself, X52X, commented on it. And he's like, buy more. And I was like, why wouldn't I just buy like a lower strike? Wouldn't that make more sense? Wouldn't that be the smart move? And he's like, if you just bring your average down enough at that strike, then like a 2% move in the stock could net you, a ton. And I was like, fuck, you might be right. So long story short, I started off with 3 times 8.8 average. I ended up with 45 times 0.76 average.
Dude, I've done the same thing with Rocket Lab, and I posted on AfterHour when I did it. And that shit, I was like, $25 call, Rocket Lab, and expires on Friday. And that shit went to like $24.70. I was like, this is some fucking bullshit.
This is manipulation. So
I lost $3,000 just right there. I was like, okay, well, I'm not doing that again anytime soon.
So this I never did TA, right? I never did TA. This is when I started trying to fucking learn TA. And Jensen boy, I was tagging him in every.
I remember those posts. I remember your deep posts.
Yeah, I was going in, and he kept calling me Chief Astrology, and I was laughing because I'm like, I don't know what the fuck this is, and I don't know what I'm doing. But it's fucking telling me the right things. And I still know how to read a chart, but that's besides the point. So I'm fucking doing this, right? And I get down and I have these 45 fucking calls, and it's like 4 days from expiry, and I'm down 45%. And then I'm up, I'm down to negative 10% the next day. And then I'm down to negative 40% again the next day. And I'm like, fuck, this is like exhausting. and I had a really big credit, a really big debt repayment coming up, and I'm like, I need this money. And
God.
yeah, it was dumb. That's why I'm like, never follow me, but I'll tell you what I'm doing, and I'll show you what I'm doing. But so anyway, I end up fucking getting out of the entire position, all 45 contracts, at like a 10% gain. And I'm like, that's fucking insane. All I wanted to do was bring it back to even, because it was like an $8,000 or $9,000 position at that point. I'm like,
damn. So you ended up actually making 10%?
Yeah.
Damn. Well,
Yeah.
If you average down enough, I guess. But I mean,
exactly. Well,
damn.
It's dumb. it's but you got it. I'm not emotional with money. If you're emotional with money, you would, you know what I mean? It's a different ball game. I really don't give a fuck, because make more, whatever. But what really sucked was I sold it to make that debt repayment, and I sold it on a Friday. The weekend happened. That Monday, I would have made $10,000.
What the fuck?
They were up to $400 a fucking contract, and I sold them for an average of like 1.7 or something. I don't know, whatever it was, but good times.
Well, I mean, sometimes it does work out to average down. I mean, I guess it depends on how much time you have, you know. Averaging down on like the last day that's due is probably not the best idea.
Yeah, that's a dangerous game to play.
Wouldn't recommend it for most, or anyone for that matter. But I don't know about you guys. I'm a big do as I say, not as I do guy. And
yep, that's what my dad taught me.
Yeah. I'm a do as a do. Do.
He's gonna do shit. Love it.
Yeah, I get the allure of, you know, buying contracts and then like doubling down and stuff, because like you just need the stock to go up. But like you can freaking do it, and then the stock just keeps going down, and then you're just like screwed. So like it's just
exactly.
Oh, I hate it, man. But I totally understand, especially like if it's like a bullish market, you know.
It was.
And then that still happened. It was a bullish market. I mean, I remember last year, like I was trying to like just have a put so that if the market, you know, crashed, I would, you know, make a lot of money. But I don't know, man. I like I said, I used to trade SPY, you know, almost daily, you know, and I would make 15, then I would lose 30, and I'd make 15, and I lose 30. To the point where it's just like I'm just emptied, you know. I'm like, oh man, like
you're bent over and there's an oscillating fan going with a fucking dildo strapped to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll put like $100 in, and I'd be like, I just want to turn this to 120, and then like it turns to 90, and I'm like, all right, and it turns to 85, and then you're like, okay, maybe I should buy another one.
But then there's the allure of, I think it was Monday, if you had bought like SPY calls at like noon and held them to like 2 p.m., they would have been up 1,000%.
Yeah, dude.
Also the chance of just insane gains that you can get. Or
that's who I want to follow on AfterHour. Whoever can call that shit.
Whoever can time the market is exactly who I want to follow.
These contracts are $15, and according to my chart analysis, they'll go up to like 1,000% in 3 days. Like there used to be Magical Jordan. He got wiped out eventually, but he would pretty much do that. He would find contracts in the day that are like $15, and then he'd be like, buy a bunch of these, buy like 10, 20 of these or whatever. And then a lot of people did, and they made profit. It actually went into the money sometimes. Like the stock market went up like 10 points, you know, in one day. So like, you know, I am interested in doing that if I do options.
I don't know. I have to like constantly. I'm kind of bipolar between like Theta Gang and a degenerate gambler. And like I don't know, I have to constantly remind myself,
not
like,
real.
am I here to gamble or am I here to actually fucking make money? And at the end of the day, I'm here to fucking make money. No, man, like you gotta do that. Like I'll give you an example. Like when Russia I'm sorry if this offends anybody, but Russia's relationship with the U.S. getting better to a certain degree, whether you agree with it or not. We're gonna have the ability to buy into like the Russian stock market again soon, and shit, I'll fucking buy some. Like, it has nothing to do with my beliefs. Like, I'm here to fucking make money. So
yeah, that's I mean, I make my opinion clear, or I try to anyway. And if anyone has any questions about why I'm in Tesla, it's because it's from 2018, before, 7-8 years before everything.
Oh God, come on! Just give me a break with this shit.
Hey, I didn't fucking finish.
No, not you.
I'm prefacing the next statement that I'm about to make.
All right, go ahead.
And that's why I'm not in Palantir. That's all I'm going to say.
I want to get Palantir leaps. I think they're going to come back up.
I just don't like genocide, man. I don't know. I'm fucking crazy, I guess. But that's, we don't have to talk about that shit.
No, we can. All right, here we go.
No, we're not going to do it right now. I think we actually hit our. We're up to 42 minutes. You guys want to? All right. Well, this is the AfterHours. We're just going to talk about shit unless you guys give us questions and we could fucking actually answer them. But that's a little about us. And we all love each other. And we all have differing views. And this is what's cool about being friends.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with, being friends with somebody who has different views than I do, just as long as they can, talk about them. Exactly. And say why, and then I can say why, and we don't fight about it.
Yeah, I get where you're coming from. You get where I'm coming from? Yeah, cool.
Oh yeah, that's it. Disagree. You're like, right, okay, whatever. You like killing babies? All right, cool. All right, yeah,
exactly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
This got dark.
You like people that kill children? Yeah, I'm cool. It is what it is.
Yeah. Well, okay, as you all know, I made a post about if, do you hate Elon
50,
yesterday, last night, 50-50. Yeah, dude, that was crazy.
It's insane.
I voted on that 3 or 4 hours after you posted it because I was at fucking work at 1 a.m. or whatever. And I voted on it and it was 50-50. And it was like 400 more votes than when you posted your picture. I was like, this is fucking awesome.
Yeah. It happened again. It was still 50-50. And then I think it's finally, like 49-51. Like, we need more people to hate Elon to to bring that up. But, I learned a lot. Like, people like literally think he's a Nazi. And this is their way of like retaliating.
There were like 400 comments the last time. It was like 100, then it was like 300, then it was like 450. I'm like, what the and that's why I posted that Tesla thing earlier. And I didn't include Elon's name, but I'm like, hey, here's the company, by the way. Like, this is what they're doing, and this is how they look. Just FYI, like, pretty cheap in my opinion, but
right now at their stock price, like last time, this is when they had the breakthrough. So I mean, the next breakthrough could be coming, but my funds are tied up.
I held the fucking shit for 8 years. I am volatility.
You know it. What's your average cost?
$11 and fucking like 7 cents.
Fucking balls of steel in this guy.
Dude, get this. Really? I never got to look at your port and look at the your cost average on Tesla.
Yeah, I saw that. I messaged Chief. I was like, what the hell?
Dude, that's amazing. That's something.
I sold like 180 shares too, and you know what I did? I bought a fucking house. Same with you, BobDog. You know what I mean?
There you go.
Wow, Tesla bought my house.
Dude, that's dope.
You know what else I did? Put siding on it and put new windows in it and like all this other shit. Like, and I'm fine with it because even if you disagree with the fucking guy that's out of his element, and I'm not saying I agree or disagree with him because politically I wholeheartedly disagree with him. I could put that on the record, but he's not bombing children and he's not spying for the Israeli forces. So Palantir. So I don't really give a fuck. It is what it
is. Yeah, like this one of the most divisive man. Like, but it just like if you look at the timeline, like, I mean, I know there's been like quite a bit of Elon hate over time, but like, yeah. I mean, Reddit used to love him. like
They
adore
worshipped
him.
him.
They
Like
worshipped
4
him.
years ago, he was the god.
Oh, this guy made
Right.
electric cars. Some other source of energy. Oh, so cool. And then like, man, just once he like started to support Trump.
Do you want to know how I got into fucking Tesla?
How'd you get into Tesla?
I bought Solar City because it was cheaper than Tesla, and I remember waking up in my bed and seeing a fucking Instagram post, one of those like motivational bullshit ones, the stupid ones. That was
They
like,
got you.
it was like this man sold his stake in PayPal for 180 million. He spent 170 million on Tesla and 10 million on SpaceX. He had to borrow money for rent, and I'm like, he knows how to make money. I'll fucking invest in him. So I invested in Solar City, and then Tesla absorbed Solar City, so my shares converted, and then I was there
shit.
for splits.
Oh
and
my God.
That is
exactly
awesome.
Dude, I turned a $3,500 investment into like 4,000% returns.
That's awesome.
It was shit luck. That's what I'm trying to say though. Like you just got to.
It's amazing.
You just got.
And
What's
that's your best trade right there. That's your best trade.
Buy a small company, hope they get bought up. Like what's the moral there?
The moral of the story is just have conviction.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, the moral of the story is looking on Instagram for motivational memes or whatever, and just go all in.
see who spends money, millions and hundreds of millions of dollars, and has to borrow for rent and then invest in their company because they know what they're doing. They're not complete gamblers or degenerates. They're autistic geniuses.
There you go.
Elon.
See, I would think Chief, you would also like Elon just from all the women he keeps knocking up. Like, dude's getting around.
Yeah, that's kind of weird, man. That's kind of weird. I'm not gonna lie.
Dude, you're the richest man in the world. Like, what's alimony?
You already have enough. How about you fucking lock one down? You know what I mean? Like,
well, that's his thing, man. He's always
a bunch of kids.
He's always on the move, and he's devoted.
Elon Khan. He's Elon Khan. He just wants to fucking have every fucking person in his bloodline in the next 100 years.
Dude, all right. So I have a conspiracy theory.
Here we go.
You know, Little X.
Yeah.
Who?
Little X.
The one that was just hanging out with Trump on the White House lawn.
No, I don't. I don't.
Kind of looks a lot like Elon, don't he?
Like
my conspiracy theory is he was cloned. The first, well, I mean, maybe China beat us, but the first human clone in America.
It's very possible, actually.
And Grimes is crazy, so she probably was all right. Yeah, hell yeah. And
very possible.
That's
dude, he acts just like him already at his age, man. And he's like, I need to be able to, get us to Mars. Like, I got all this money. Just clone me.
How old was Grimes when they were doing that? Because again,
I don't know. Like, and actually,
things freaks me out a little bit too.
Yeah, I think it's usually like a 20-year difference, but Leonardo DiCaprio.
I mean, hey,
what's Leonardo DiCaprio's rule? If they're 25,
I can appreciate his films. I can tell you that.
yeah.
I can appreciate a stock,
dude. That conspiracy could be legit. Like, you don't ever see his other kids in public at all. You see this one kid named X, which he names all his companies X. Like, I think PayPal was X payments or something at one point. Like, you may be right, man. Like this,
dude, this is my conspiracy theory. I have no.
I have to look this up.
I have no proof. But
I won't put it past him.
He looks like him, acts like him. So he's like the richest man, right? So if you want to get himself cloned, I feel like he could do it, dude.
I mean,
it might be the only kid he actually spent time with too. You know what I mean?
And it's the only kid he spends time with.
I was gonna say
that's the thing.
Maybe that's why he acts like him though.
Yeah. He's not the best father, but he's so committed to his companies that he's not around.
Is he though? Is he? Because it seems like he's more committed to other things than his companies right now.
I don't know, dude. Like, it's
standing as an investor in his companies. My wealth is tied to his company.
Yeah, your wealth is tied to his company.
So I don't have a choice, people.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you one thing. I'm not. I forget. I think it was Infinite. Shout out Infinite. I think I told him earlier. I'm not selling any lots of my Tesla shares for under 50 grand each. That's minimum $500 a share.
Damn, dude.
They're not
I
going.
hope you get it. I mean, like, people think that Tesla can get to like 1,000, by the end of the year. And, with that bull run we saw last year,
it's gonna rip, baby.
I mean, and where it is right now, it's just primed to go.
There's another thing I want people to understand, because Daren, did you bring that up where you were like it was $100 or $200 a share 4 years ago? Was that you, BobDog? I don't remember.
No, that was me.
Okay, yeah. They did a fucking 3-for-1 split in like 2020, which I was a part of. Awesome. And they did a 5-for-1 split in 2022, which I was a part of. Yep. Awesome.
Ooh, and, more shares.
Yeah, so it was like my 35 shares turned into like 495 shares, and I was like, damn, I couldn't even see like my phone screen because my dick was just in my face. You know what I mean? I was just so fucking bricked up.
I've never seen a stock that has like such momentum like Tesla. Like when it was shooting up in the fall, I bought puts for 300 strike price. Like I was like, it's not going to go over 300. Like there's no
it's
way.
going to go down sometime.
And that's why you learn not to short it.
It had gone up for weeks straight. I was like, this 300 is the top. And then it went to 325 like 10 minutes later. And I learned a lesson real quick not to short Tesla. But then
Tesla
now,
is a short killer.
But now it's gone down like 9 weeks straight. And it's like, if you buy calls, you're getting freaking crushed. I think that momentum started slow, but yeah.
I keep trying to warn them. Historically, it's not a good stock to short. Whether you hate it or love it, you don't trade emotionally.
Dude, I wish.
Not a great stock to short.
Yeah, I wish I could buy like $200 out of the money for like $15 each for like till the end of the year. Like, they're expensive, man. They're fucking expensive.
Yeah.
Even though it's been going down so much. Yeah, I know the IV. I know it. I get the formula, but I'm just saying, like, I wish. I wish that I could.
The options contracts are so expensive. I bought 100 shares of Tesla last week, and I sold a covered call expires this Friday for like $1,000. So like, it's freaking gorgeous, and I don't think they're gonna get called away. So I'll get to roll it again.
I sold three leaps out because I needed to buy more MSTR. So I sold 3 leaps for 18.9 grand. When it was like 3:30, I just happened to time it right because I'm that fucking smart. I rubbed my crystal balls. No, I just got fucking lucky. Whatever. And I could buy them back right now for a net like 10 grand profit.
Damn.
And I bought like 65 shares of MSTR in the meantime with the capital. And I funded a fucking
You're doing it.
my 2015 Roth with it. So
he is starting to believe.
Yeah,
I'm understanding the options. They're not gambling. They're strategies.
I think like 20% of my portfolio is leaps. Like, and like, what does suck though is like they're going down in value. I'm like, damn, dude, this is some bullshit. Yeah, but I do got like Coors Leap. I have a Coors Leap for like November. I got Cooler Leaps.
The beer.
Oh, Coors is Ferrari Fun. He's like
not the
he's really deep into Core Scientific.
Yeah, the minor. Okay. The big
yeah. And but the thing is, it's in so much debt. It's just like being built and stuff like that. So like, the stock has just been dying, dude. It's like down to like $7 a share. And I know Ferrari Fun.
For months.
Dude, Ferrari Fun is like deep into it, and I think he's still buying more.
He's full porting. Yeah.
He's full porting. Yeah.
Got out conviction. Love it.
Yeah, he has a lot of conviction. It's why I got into Coors for a while, but like it went up to like 17, and then like the Bitcoin dropped, and then Coors dropped to like $14 a share in like a day. And then I was like, oh shit. And then it all comes full circle, the Celsius play comes in, and I'm like, oh shit, I'm down 3,000 on Coors right now. If Sir Jack is right, then I buy these, Celsius shares, I can make it all back. And I did, and more. Yeah. And then I'm like, all right, well,
35 grand at 8 million.
Yeah. And I'm like, well, if I do think Bitcoin's coming back up, I might as well get a leap. So I got a leap in Coors.
Love it.
I think it's like a $10 leap, but right
R.I.P. Daren. I believe you cut out, my son.
R.I.P.
Oh my god, my voice just cracked for the first time like 2
And
years.
like,
That turned me on.
cores at like 7, and like, because like they all came down. I just never thought they were going to come down this far. But like, so many buying opportunities. Like, anybody getting into investing now is just like so lucky.
It's free money.
Right? Anything you
such a
buy
good
is just
time.
going to
It's
go
free
up
money.
in
I mean,
time.
somebody posted, they're like, "What should I buy?" And I was like, "Throw a freaking dart at the
Everything.
For
wall."
real,
yeah.
anything. Just buy anything.
Like Google's 160. Like, what a freaking generational
How
opportunity.
insane is that? Yeah.
I mean,
That's
just
Tesla's
insane.
was 220. What a generational opportunity, but I digress.
Like, okay, I know that the market dropped because of the tariffs. Everybody's like scared and stuff like that. But like, I think in time people are going to realize that they're it's going to actually help the economy. I think.
Did you guys? I mean,
Yeah, we're okay.
It's in my opinion, it's all a show. It's all a ruse.
The companies
Well, I mean,
are going to
yeah,
keep making money.
It's a tactic. Yeah, it's a trading tactic.
Can I get a little conspiracy on you guys? I have a question.
I love conspiracies. I love mine.
Well, I mean, this is kind of truth. This is what's going on. You guys kind of lean towards the Trump side, apparently. Right?
Dude, I didn't want to vote for him, but
I mean, yeah.
look at the other option. I mean, I didn't want to vote for Joe Biden 2.0.
I did not vote.
Yeah, I can understand that. Just like I don't want any part of this.
It also doesn't matter.
Here's my question. Why did why did JFK documents get released and the Epstein files still aren't?
How
many kids did Trump rape?
Well, I heard that if the Epstein files are released, it's a matter of national security. So apparently, it's a big deal.
Because the president is a child rapist, probably. But
all right, boys, God, who knows?
Let's wrap the show up at that.
Nobody knows.
The first episode. We're gonna post it hopefully on all of our accounts and see what questions you guys would like answered, because we had a very free-form structure that we broke off of, and that's what's going to keep happening. So if you would like to keep us on track, please submit questions. And we would also love guests. We'd love to talk to you all.
Yes.
You guys are the reason we do this. We want to do this.
Yeah, we need to bring on Dick. That guy.
Oh, that would be awesome.
Do you think he'd talk to us? I bet you he has a high-pitched voice.
The Dick
hey guys, what's up? How's it going? I'm Dick.
It's probably a female.
What the hell, Dick?
I remember Dick called me gay on one of my posts, and I was like, "I'll give you a fucking oil change, bud."
Buddy, I got you.
And then he gave me like a
remember
laugh
Doc?
emoji, and I'm like, "We're best friends."
Doc had purple pants on. She sounded pretty hot.
Whoa. All right, BobDog.
All right, it's been real.